Hello everyone, just scrambling a little bit to get this set up. There was some, not confusion per se, but just trying to settle who was going to take this game. Between myself and another streamer who's been a lot of work getting a lot of games in, so glad to let him be able to go and get some lunch. I would imagine I have no viewers so far to listen to me, but I'll talk anyway. It's always good for the recording. Okay, so actual useful information. We have a game France versus Greece in the Discord World Cup, which has been a tons of fun to watch and commentate so far. We're joining a little late. We're in round one here, and I'll try to catch up on the action as much as possible for people, and maybe I'll review it once or twice more as more people come online. Like I said, it's France. We have France playing Dragon, Neojko, I'll say, versus Greece on Scorpion, Nakezuma. Looks like we had, a pretty eventful first turn actually, because Restoration of Balance, actually did its old job of discarding a lot of cards. Mono Noire, Censure, Cunning Magistrate, Court Games, Calling Favors hurts against Dragon. Maybe less than against Crab or something. Then we had Upholding Authority, Strike Back in a small way, and discards one copy of Finger of Jade. The hand is Fight On, as we have Keeper of Water Dragon, Hurricane Punch, Let Go, Seal the Dragon. Yeah, Bonsai. The Doom Shigenji comes in. Doom Shigenji gets dishonored. That was pretty funny. Midnight Revels actually hit a one cost character. The entire board was one cost characters, so you don't see that every day. Second, I got a lot of messages. Okay, so hopefully I can throw up the deck list at some point. Catch up. Oh, yeah, we have viewers. Okay. If people can hear me, let me know. Just to make sure. I was a little paranoid about that. I don't know if it's happened yet that I've been silent, but it's going to happen to me at one point. Okay, so we got a Tattooed Wanderer left over from last round on the board and a Administered later. So, Favor was a push, luckily for the Dragon player, or not. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of fates, so I don't know if Scorpion would have bought the Emperor anyway, but he's sitting on Emperor with a dupe. Not very useful, so he's got a very cheap back row there. On the Firefox is annoying me a little bit with his scrolling lately. I'll move this box out of people's way. On the Dragon side, we have a Hitomi, which is Suzuki Investigator is always good against Dragon. I mean, against Scorpion. Swordsmith for card draw. So Dragon's got a lot of good options there. So he goes for lots of Investigator with 3, hoping for him to stick around, or at least through a Fate Worse Than Death or 2. But I think a Fate Worse Than Death was lost in that when hit Restoration. So, ouch. Or maybe it was played. Let's see. Because, yeah, Restoration broke and did it. Yeah, no, it was played in the previous round. A bunch of other stuff was lost. So we have 1 break to 1 break here. Sinister Soshi bought on the Scorpion side. We get a bid of 2 to 3. The Dragon forking over an honor to the Scorpion, who can still use their box. Oh, Manipulator increases their bid twice. So Scorpion forking over an honor, so they'll be able to use their box. Double Manipulator, it makes it awfully hard to cheat Scorpion out of their box. So we have so what do people think about, I mean, given the Restoration change, which obviously in this game didn't really make much of a difference because it still hurt quite a bit. What do people think of this matchup now? I think most people would pick it as Scorpion favored, but I don't know. Dragon's still got plenty of tricks to handle this if they can stick around and not get into any kind of honor danger too soon to get burned down. Tattooed Wanderer comes in. He's nabbing some fate from the Fire Ring. Obviously, honoring that Katsuki Investigator would be pretty nice. So he blocks with the Manipulator. And of course, because he wants to use the Shameful, at least very minimum honor drain, and equalizes the score 2-2, still losing. I think the Dragon's got a lot more military pumps, but there might be a for shame or something like that to happen here. I won't switch off the action to put up the deck list, but I'll do a quick check. Yeah, he's on a triple for shame. So the Scorpion player is on a Crane Splash, very popular, Keeper of Air. He's got 2 Voice of Honor. 2 Voice of Honor. That's more than you usually see. He's got 1 Noble Sack, a Gossip, and 2 Soul Beyond Approach. So he's gone less of the sacking, chucking people off bridge route, and Soul Beyond Reproach. He's gone for the 2 Voice of Honors. So not something you see every day in Scorpion, but you gotta have high hopes. All that honored characters you're gonna gain in the game. More cancels are good, I guess. His other cancels are 2 Censures, and he's on the Fate Worse Than Death, 3 Backhanded Compliments. 1 Mono Noari, which he's discarded, so that's a bit spicy. Guardian Kami is somewhat usual nowadays in pure dishonor, so I'd say that's surprising. Okay, so Hurricane Punch wins the conflict, so we're going to get to see probably a pretty pumped up Investigator, but I mean, he might be super paranoid about the honor loss from the Tattooed Wanderer. I'd be surprised. I think he should put it on the Investigator myself. Oh no, he dishonored the Manipulator. Okay, so I guess, I mean, that stops any sort of strength coming in on this attack. It's more of a short-term advantage, though. Maybe sitting on a couple court games or something in his hand that he wants to use. Oh, he's playing around. Yeah, sure, Mark of Shame. Thanks, Nix. Yeah, that makes total sense. Trying to keep things neutral or, not bothering to honor yourself. Yeah, there's 3 Mark of Shames sitting in your characters. But don't forget, it's Dragon, so he gives him a buff. A +1/+1 buff. But he's playing it, but not really. Oh, hits the Midnight Revels on the Dragon row. It's not going to do anything. Midnight Revels against Scorpions kind of a wah-wah most of the time, I find, because they're just not sitting on big characters. Dragon can field an awful lot of 3 costs, but Scorpion can field an awful lot of 1 costs. They're decent. So we see the Soul Beyond Reproach. So I guess that's the other side of trying to play around the Mark of Shame is that the Soul Beyond Reproach, quote unquote, turned on. Although Soul Beyond Reproaching your Manipulator is not the worst thing in the world. Snags another honor. See on the Air Ring, no keepers involved. We'll see Dragon fall to 6. 6 on turn 2 is something. It's not unusual. It's not danger zone yet, but it'll be 5 by the end of the round. It's getting there. Katsuki Investigator is a kind of he passes his he passes his turn. He doesn't have he doesn't want to risk the unopposed. I guess he has no conflict characters. I mean, he has a free void shot at the Shameful Display. Interesting. I mean, yes, he could have got Fate Worse Than Death, but is that terrible? It's still going to be in the other player's hand. I don't know. I think I would have gone for something there. Mark Shameful Display was already used. You're going to win by Conquest, so you have to start smashing his provinces. Seems like a reasonable. I mean, the Soshi would have been -2, but he might have had nothing else in his hand to pump. Okay, so we go into the next round. I'd say board's in favor of, or certainly will be next round, definitely in favor, but it's in favor of Dragon this turn. They got a slight fate lead. Cards are equal. Dragon's down to 5 honors, so that's a problem. But he's got a Swordsmith and 2 storehouses. Pretty strong. He can, I mean, he's got the cash to buy Yukuni. He should invest in something. I mean, Yukuni's obviously Fate Worse Than Death bait. Takes it real hard when he gets one, or a Mark of Shame, or lots of things can be done to Yukuni. Copy-wise, he's got a good copy in the Investigator as well. Let's see, is the Scorpion player running any clouds? He has no clouds, yeah. Despite having the somewhat rare Shigenja. So we get just the, wow. So the Dragon player banks 11 fate. I guess he denies some fate, although Scorpion still has 6. Dragon player's got a pretty standard Crab Splash monkish list. So he doesn't have like giant cards or really expensive cards to spend it on. He can play, Reuse and Finger of Jades and do lots of fighting on with 11 fate. So, oh well, next round he's going to be buying a whole heck of a lot. Okay, we have the blackmail artist hitting the field, who is quite dangerous. Yeah, he gets the Cloud to Mind. I was going to say he might get that Cloud to Mind. From the Swordsmith just dug up. Bids were, sorry, I missed that, 1-1, which makes sense, and the manipulator did not increase it. Scorpion's box is going to be off for a while here, unless they assassinate that Swordsmith or something like that, which is possible. He's halfway through his deck. He's running 3 assassinations. Okay, he's got a lot of assassinations. Although Swordsmith's already done his work, so it was wise of, I think, Dragon not to invest in that Swordsmith, unless, you know, they knew they had Reprieves and Finger of Jades, which they might not want to use on that character anyway. Because it's almost assuredly that Scorpion's sitting on an assassination. I don't think they've chucked any. No. So they, unless all 3 are on the bottom 23 cards. Mystic's Heads at Revels. That's very farmable province. Oh yeah, good point. I was confused for a second, Jaru, but I always forget that it's not that you have to have favor, it's your opponent can't have favor. So in a push situation, you can buy the Emperor. Yeah, and that gives you, yeah, that's true. You could have went Emperor, I mean, 3 fate. You'd have no fate on that turn. You know, a little dangerous, but I think that would have been pretty annoying. Okay, we see the Mystic blocking. It's a military attack on Midnight Revels. Sorry, the Swordsmith's blocking, the Mystic's attacking. I mean, this is mainly to stop the unopposed, I would think, right? How much do you really want to invest in the Swordsmith to win this attack, especially knowing that a assassinate is very likely. Dragon player censures. Does he have censures? That's on and off popular thing for Dragon to be playing. He does not have any censures, so barring, you know, the Finger of Jade or Reprieve being played on right away, there's no way to stop it anyway. Dragon passes. So, we see a dishonor, strictly for the dishonor, since he was winning the conflict. And I guess you don't really want to play a 1-cost attachment anyway. Well, there you go. Into into the Maya Mystic. So he plays the Finger of Jade. Lets him use the box, but that's only going to take him back up to losing anyway. So I guess he's playing a 2nd attachment and then using the box to take this conflict up to winning. Yeah, it does that. I can see what you're saying. Stops an assassination. For 2 honor loss. So the Finger of Jade was trading an honor and a card for an honor. I guess that's okay, but I mean, Finger of Jade, 3 fate worse than death, or 2 fate worse than death still in the Scorpion player's hand is pretty valuable. But yeah, I guess at this point, with backhanded compliments lurking, you just really starting to value every single honor point you can. There's no contingency plan, so he's not all in on the on the craziness of the burn, but you know, still. Backhanded compliments come fast, and he's got no cancels for them, so he needs to find some way to get that honor up somehow. And he's got a fairly small board. Yeah, that's awkward for him because he's got a small board. The Dragon player, I mean, small board, so he has to always worry about just having someone to block all the time. Really stunting the attacks, which means it draws out the game because he can't go in to break provinces, but that's what he has to do to win. So I'm really, I feel that the Dragon's position right now is a bit tenuous in this game. I think Scorpion is the one sitting sort of in the stronger position right now, but so down goes the Tattooed Wanderer, and he passes his conflict opportunity. Suppose it's a Void Ring. Don't know. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have the Tattooed Wanderer there, but I don't know if he had to play it quite yet. So that means the political could come in at 4, and then really Soshi makes it virtually, essentially 6. It's pretty strong. That might be hard to prevent, but the blackmail art is clouded anyway, but still. Revels, he just really wants him to break Revels. Get it over with. Yep, Fire Ring definitely could. And that's the more aggressive line. I mean, I think if you put out Investigator, you're still going to get the Dishonor, although I suppose the Dragon player does have 3 reprieves. So just because his Investigator looks like he's going away in one turn, sorry, next turn, doesn't mean he's actually going to go away in next turn. So yeah, you could push the Fire Ring. 8 Fate. I don't know how much the Fate's really worth. Earth Ring, always good. Water Ring doesn't do much because he probably just block with the Wonder, although I'm sure he doesn't want to block his second attack. He doesn't want to. I think he'd like to have a second attack because if the Investigator blocks, then he can attack Revels for free. Oh yeah, good point. Do you want to go into the Investigator and lose whatever, probably backhanded compliment or something? So nope, we have Scorpion passing their conflict, which I think is a plus for Dragon because Scorpion's got the slightly wider board, very slightly wider board, but not a big plus for Dragon because the boards will be relatively equal next turn. I mean, Investigator being quite a bit better than a Clouded Blackmail Artist, but still not a ton better. Okay, so he bows the Investigator into Revels. What was the other province that he didn't want to hit? A Shameful Display. Sorry, let's quick look up here. Abandoning Honor. I mean, was he worried about... Yeah, there's bonsais in the Scorpion player's hand, so... But, I don't know. If Abandoning Honor would have been so bad. Because now he's definitely going to lose favor. If he had the standing... Yeah, I guess the Scorpion player could have engineered it to keep favor, but... Is it cash? No, I don't think it is cash. I think it's... Oh, did I miss something? Is this in bit? No, Upholding Authority. Wait a second. Am I looking at the wrong deck list? Oh, abandoning... Oh, no, it's that thing. Abandoning honors on the stronghold. Right, of course, for that last thing. Yeah. No, it's cash. It's cash, sorry. The Dragon player was more heads up than I had blanked on a second that people were doing the... the abandoning honor on the stronghold, so if it breaks, you can kill the thing and drain the last honor type play where you snatch a victory from defeat. So no, it's definitely hidden cash. So yeah, Midnight Revels was, I guess, preferable to that. Depends on how much you value the favor. The Scorpion player has 2 censures, and both Emperors are gone. So you're turning off the censures if you get favor, but you don't have any censures of your own. So for Ice Dragon. Time-wise, they're relatively even. Board-wise, like I said, definitely not to Dragon here, but not by a ton. He's got some more Fate. Hand sizes are equal, but the problem is it's only 1 province broken for Dragon, and he's down to 4 honor. So he's already in a bad spot. The Mystic takes care of the Blackmail Artist too. So if he can manage to win a political conflict, political heir, which has a Fate on it, then yeah, that's a big problem. That would be, taking him down to 2. Which is definitely in range. Of course, you'd have to do it. You have to do a political into the face of the Investigator, so that's a thing. Let's see. So flip-wise, we've got the Alchemist, which definitely could come in handy. I would not be surprised to see that thing bought with a significant amount of Fate. Mystic, not very helpful for Dragon. Yukuni could be, but again, he's a big target for some big events that are still sitting around. Yeah, Favor Niece is great for Scorpion here. Manipulators are good, so she's like, I think Scorpion got a pretty good row here, but buys. You can buy any one of these for some kind of advantage. I mean, Miyako just to get some card advantage or like free dishonors. I think a player would have to be crazy to dishonor their character to a Miyako trigger, given it 4 honor. Okay, so Yukuni comes in. He can copy Investigator. That would be pretty good. He can also copy Initiate for more of a long-term strategy. Social Illusionist is bought, yeah, just to get rid of any honor tokens. That makes sense. Scorpion player and Dragon player is going to pass, followed by the Scorpion players passing. They just want to sit on a ton of Fate. I mean, he has 2 Fate Worse Than Death still left in his deck or hand. So go into turn 4. What's Dragon going to do? 1 bids from both players. Yeah, with Yakuni on the table, that Midnight Revels is a real liability forever now. But yeah, Dragon has no intention. I mean, Scorpion has no intention of breaking that thing. And that means he can't go the other way. So your Yakuni getting bowed is really bad. So that means you a shameful display. No, don't want to do that. And hidden cash. I think you have to give them hidden cash or pass your conflict. Oh, we have a gossip being played. I'm always admired the bravery. People who play the gossip without policy debate or upholding authority or anything. I mean, I guess you're just leveraging the knowledge, and it's been 1 bids for a while. So, okay, no reprieve. Okay, he doesn't want the investigator to stick around. Fair enough. Yeah, you could initiate attack shameful. That makes some sense. And then wait for him to use shameful, then use the initiate, and yeah, that's fair. You could go in water, which presumably you would think about having the blackmail artist block, which means you won't use his ability. If it's military, you won't use his ability on this turn. So, oh, interesting. So Yukuni copies the Sociologist. Makes sense. He's got a ton of money. He knows some dishonors are going to be coming down, so he can get rid of those statuses. Yeah, I would have bought, honestly, I thought you're supposed to be having lunch after this meal. Taking a break, but glad to have you. Um, I think I would have went Alchemist too myself. I might have even gone Alchemist and Yukuni. Yukuni can copy Alchemist. I mean, you start running a little low on money. No, he's taking the Investigator into Shameful Display. Interesting, interesting. Okay, he gets a block, so he's not planning to first turn Fate Worse than Death, or first action Fate Worse than Death. Even then, you might want to block. I guess with Uni copying this Illusionist, he could get rid of that Dishonor status. I was thinking Uni copying Alchemist might be good too. If you had the Alchemist, you could have 2 triggers. Try to bait it on defense and grab all the money back, etc. Okay, so first is the Shameful. So the Investigator is going to get a chance to do the what all casters love. Get to see what's in the hand. So I can actually talk about it and stop just speculating and forgetting what cards could actually be there. Okay, we got the Fate Worse than Death is there. Assassination, a single backhanded compliment, 2 bonsais, court games, cunning magistrate, noble sacrifice. Oof, lots of juicy stuff there. Like, man, it's scary. Like, he can't play reprieve, and if that Ikuni somehow gets dishonored, like Fate Worse than Death and noble sacked, that's rough. Rough. Fate Worse than Death discards. Okay, so the backhanded compliment's still there. That makes sense to me. He has no other way to dishonor things in his hands, right? Oh, court games. So hopefully the Dragon's got a court games or doesn't put Yukuni into a dishonored. Nope, we see the court games being used to dishonor the investigated, counter court games. Defender's still winning by 1 because of the favor. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have 7 Fate. I think I might have fired off the Fate Worse than Death too. I mean, it's suboptimal, quote unquote. I mean, by 1 Fate, but it's all about the dishonor game here right now. And now you lost the Fate Worse than Death. I mean, you still have your backhand compliment. That's fine. That's good. Okay, Bonsai gets chucked by the favorite niece. So we're gonna back to just not knowing what possibly he could have. But he potentially can get an honor up here with the initiate on his military attack. We'll see if he's able to pull that off somehow, because there's no other. I mean, the Associated Illusionist hasn't been used on Scorpion's side. No, so the Scorpion can still get rid of that too. So that's not going to happen. I mean, the Fire Ring. If he can win the Fire Ring, yeah, Ikuni could get pushed off a bridge here somehow, but I would imagine Yukuni can stop that, given it all depends on what favor Nistis drew on his cycles. Oh, he uses the Way of the Scorpion to dishonor the Kensuke Investigator after the Void Fist punches the Blackmail Artist out of the conflict. Okay, because yeah, you definitely. I mean, he's stealing honor if he wins that on defense. Awfully tempting for that Way of the Scorpion to be used on Yukuni somehow. We see a Noble Sack. Okay, to kill the Investigator. It's another honor gone and the conflict neutralized. I guess that's much more pragmatic use than trying to see if you can swing something into an unknown hand for sacking Yukuni. And there we go. A lot of cards played to have the conflict completely fizzle with no one actually involved in it at the end. Any conflict character? No. Okay. So, back to Scorpion. Some juicy amounts of fates on the ring. Okay, favorite niece going to head into Revels on a military attack. Air. Well, somebody's definitely got to block this because we know he has a backhanded compliment in hand, at least one. Let's see what she can do. What did the niece draw? 4 cards in hand. 2 of them we don't know, I believe. No, 1 of them we don't know because the Way of the Scorpion was new, so 1 card no. Of course, if the Dragon player does not have a conflict character, they can't really attack and take it unopposed from the Illusionist, so. Oh, there's one of the bonsais being used to take the favorite niece to winning. How embarrassing for Yukuni. Oh, Fine Katana comes out to fix that situation. 3 cards for Scorpion. One of them is a backhanded compliment. Court games, one's a counting magistrate and one's an assassination, I believe. Or maybe the assassination was chucked out. Oh, cunning magistrate is dropped to take the conflict up. Yeah, I mean, every point of honor now is very crucial. Very crucial. So what does Dragon have to answer this? To get, oh, he's not able to get the 2 extra strength he needs. Pretty big investment by Scorpion. I mean, of course, those characters will be sticking around, so down to 2 honor for Dragon. And the Social Illusionist has kept they have kept a fate so that he can remove the honor status from the Togashi Initiate. Oh, Togashi Initiate is assassinated straight away. So he has 1 backhanded compliment in hand. But a favorite niece is still on board, so that's a fair amount of cycling. And so that was the attack, so that's game if this is an unopposed attack. I mean, Dragon had to know that, right? They have to have something. Fight on, right, of course. We knew he had a fight on from before. Yeah, I'd forgotten. No, he had a fight on. We saw the hand. When do we see the hand? From Upholding Authority from a long time ago. First round. Or second, I think. I might not have been even streaming at that point. So the fight on saves it. I mean, we know Scorpion didn't have any sort of cancel. So Glory's Tide, so maintains the favor, Scorpion. 2 honor. So dangerous. Dragon has 3 additional cards in hand. I mean, any non-fated characters are just going to be so dangerous right now. Social Illusionist stays, kind of counter to the Alchemist. But I think the Alchemist is definitely still worth buying because you can copy him with Yukuni. Oh, Tranquil Philosophizer. Gotta get him. Oh wow, that's a great that's a great flip right now. Buy that guy and just move some fate somewhere, anywhere. another favorite niece. Wow. But he doesn't have enough cards to cycle, so it's kind of a problem if he bids one. I mean, he wants to keep his backhanded compliment, so yeah, Tranquil, yeah, he buys the Philosopher with 3 fate. He wants to get as much as he can from that. I would imagine Swordsmith, the Shigenja, maybe the Alchemist, or maybe the Swordsmith. I'd buy a lot if I was Dragon here, because you can't let anything go unopposed. You gotta keep buying. Yeah, I mean, you have all your more fate on your character. Just you can practically spend all your money. I mean, depends on what you have in your hand. You might need one, but definitely buy the Doomed. Okay, he's moving it here in draw phase. Okay, before that's smart. Get that extra fate. I mean, maybe he draws backhanded compliment as his one card. Splits a little money from the water, gets the Doom Shigenja. So he's up to 3 honor. But another blackmail artist hits the table for Scorpion, so he can muster a lot of political strength on an air ring attack. He moved let's see, where did he move that water ring? He moved from water to air. Oof. Not sure I would have done that. I mean, Earth's not great either. But now I mean, an air ring is kind of what Scorpion wants. Yep. Oh, sorry, he did have a storehouse. Yep. So he's up to 3 cards. So now he can use the niece to... we're going to have plenty of niecing here. Let's see, Calling in Favors gets chucked. Voice of Honor gets chucked. Goblin Sneak gets chucked. One more niece. So Dragon, I don't know if they can call it stabilizing, but with an Alchemist and a Philosopher, if they can survive this round, because they'll have just a much better board this round, the next round, the next round, might be able to stabilize here. It's still a really tough spot for Dragon, I'd say. Yeah, I think there's a good chance he's going to get that. Yeah, he's on 3 honor from the Philosopher. But still, I mean, all in political air. Yeah, here. And then you got the Blackmail Artist. You got the Cunning Magistrates if you can dishonor anything. All the Alchemists can kind of keep you neutral. He's got enough money for Mark of Shame, so it's going to be it's going to be a bit of a dance here, right? Like, Alchemist doesn't want to honor anyone until the Mark of Shames are used, etc., etc. If there are any. 12 against Midnight Revels. Oh, Midnight Revels. Killing Dragon here. I mean, Dragon's got to block with... I mean, you can't let the Blackmail Artist win, right? At all. And you can't let the air ring go off, so that's just a disaster. So you kind of just have to... Scorpion could have a conflict character. It's kind of the problem. You saw him chuck a Goblin Sneak, and he used the Cunning Magistrate, so he'd have to have drawn it somewhere along the line, which is possible. But so could Dragon, so... Yeah, I mean, you might win this but lose because of an unopposed. We'll see how it goes. Exciting times. What did I miss? What Yukuni copied? He copies Tranquil Philosopher. Oh, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. He can just insta-gain an honor. Smart. Forgot that was an action. That's pretty sweet, actually. Yeah, it is a good point in chat. The one Paul and our Alchemist is a bit frustrating for Dragon. I'm sure that he has to put that in there, but otherwise, you know, he's losing by default. So he's got his box, I guess. That gives him an extra. Dragon moves some fate around. I mean, to the fire ring makes sense. You can, if you do have a conflict character, you can snatch up quite a bit of fate here. Goes up to 4 honor. Oof. Philosopher, enabling 2 honor gain, doubling of the honor of Dragon. Philosopher is the hero so far. 3 cards. One of them's backhanded compliment. So the other two cards going to let them overcome Dragon here? I don't see it. Yeah, Yukuni gets a fan. I mean, both the Yukuni and the Philosopher are around continuing, so like Dragon could milk that for 2 honor around, which would be amazing, digging themselves out of a very close to death hole in coming rounds. Oh, Fate Worse Than Death was one of the draws from the favored niece, and Yukuni gets punted home. Oh, very bad. Very, very bad. Oof. Defend Your Honor would have been pretty sweet there. I mean, Scorpion knew he didn't have it, but and he might have a censure as well. Okay then, this, let's see, we can get Void Fists. Void Fist might save the day. Let's see, we played 1 card, so we can play 1 other card. Oh, Fight On. So, Dragon player drew a 2nd Fight On. Wait, why is the Defender only at 6? 4, 6. Did it not update properly? He should be at 4, 6, 7, 10, right? Am I missing something? Oh, Cunning Magistrate, thank you. Okay, so he played the Fight On, so must have a cloud, or he's forgotten about that. Three cards left. I know he's played 1 cloud. So, okay, he's got 2 more clouds in his deck or hand. But 20 cards. I mean, it's possible he doesn't have it. He only has 1 more Fate, too. So if they're calling in favors, or... Yeah, the Alchemist can fix that, too. Good point. Lots of things going on. Yeah, he's confused, too. Okay, I'm not the only one. Maybe we're the only 2, but yeah, at first, so yeah, it's big attack. Easy to lose the Alchemist. The Magistrate right in the middle there. Yeah, but the Alchemist can last Fate. So, let's see, is there another way to dishonor? Again, 1 card. 1 card we don't know from the Scorpion player. Now, this is a really tense conflict. I mean, this is either A, winning the game, or likely winning the game. We don't know. Actually, no. It'd have to be the second backhand compliment to win the game here. But keeping Dragon really in a bad spot. Oh, Mark Shame. Oh, Favorite Niece throws the Mark Shame away. You can't afford it. Yeah, oof. That was the other card. That would have done it too. But not enough Fate for both. Or Dragon really getting a chance to stabilize. Nope. Dragon manages to take it and stay at 4 honor for now. Is there a conflict character on either side? To snatch up a very juicy fire ring. Nope. Dragon does not have one. Scorpion does not have one. Dragon not have one. Okay, there you go. So, navigates that turn very well. And Dragon's prospects are looking a lot better now. Heading into the 5th round. Swordsman's going to get chucked. Manipulator. I would think Scorpion has to think about start turning on their box again and stuff. I mean, start maneuvering again, I think. Are they going to play the rest? I guess they have to sort of keep 1 bidding? No, they have to bid more. And start siphoning away with their box, I think. I think that's what they need to do. But Jaru and other Scorpions in chat can correct me. Alibi Artists, which are currently turned off. And Favored Niece, another Favored Niece. Wow, so much cycling. We see another Alchemist. Pretty good. Shigenja gets bought. Or Retsugu, also pretty intimidating for the Scorpion. But the Alchemist is pretty tempting. I mean, that's a lot of honor tokens and honor being gained from Yukuni, Philosopher, Alchemist, another Alchemist. Nope, Retsugu comes on. I mean, awfully tempting for any Dragon player. They see Retsugu, gotta buy Retsugu. Must sword Retsugu, must kill with Retsugu, right? Can't duel the Alibi Artist, but getting rid of the Cunning Magistrate, like just straight away, would be pretty nice. I mean, you just duel the Cunning Magistrate right away and just say, you know, if you want to pay honor, you give me honor, that's great. I have 3 fate. I don't care if I lose. Okay, what are the bids going to be? Is Scorpion to go high so they can start using their box, get some cards? Yes, he goes to 4. 4 versus 1. Dragon plays, you know, plays smart, aka safe. And all just like that, moving some money. Oh, 5 fate on the 5 fate fire ring for Scorpion, for Dragon to snatch up. Oh, very, very juicy. And Yukuni can do it too to make it a 6 fate if he wants. Alibi Artist is now turned on. That's pretty good. 2 draws. So his hand size is going to head up to 8 from 2 on a 4 bid. So Yukuni might copy something else now. I mean, certainly not. I mean, I'd be tempted to snag 6 fate. Why not? But Ratsuga is pretty tempting to copy. Alchemist is pretty tempting to copy. There's lots of copy targets for Yukuni now. Uses box to steal, so 7 honor to 5. Goblin Sneak gets chucked by the favorite niece. Still representing fate worse than death. Money. I don't know. Well, Goblin, yeah, I guess he doesn't help you right away. Taking the yeah, it's true. Taking 1 fate, so he only has 5 after the fire ring is also not very good. So that was a very eventful draw phase. Favorite niece only used once during that draw phase. Okay, and we head into the conflict phase. Fire ring, no surprise there. What ring it's going to be? Yukuni goes in. Okay. I guess he wants to smash something. He figures it's about time to start smashing things. Leaves his he attacks with his big attacker / defender into hidden cache. Yeah, secret cache. Sorry, it's secret, hidden, whatever. It's hard to find when they're secret. Well, that would be his. He might be telegraphing the fight on. It's possible. It would be his 3rd one. But he has the favor now, so he doesn't have to worry about cancels. That's nice. So we have 7 military. Yeah, there's not, I mean, apart from putting in the cunning and dishonoring Yukuni somehow with the cards you drew, there's just not much Scorpion's going to do. So they don't even bother defending. So Yukuni still hasn't copied anyone, I don't believe. Did he? Nope. He hasn't copied anyone yet, so in that case, unless he has the fight on to get into a conflict, then he's looking to copy either the Philosopher or the Alchemist. Possibly the favorite niece. I don't know, maybe. But he's still got a storehouse. Might as well use, because he really would rather Revels break than not break. So might as well draw that card. Yeah, definitely Ratsuga if he fights on, for sure. You want to... they can't... I mean, just to kill the character straight up, because you can't duel the Alibi Artist, so... Oh, wow. 7 honor. I'd be super tempted to just let this go unopposed and get rid of Revels. Use the storehouse. Because then they'd be attacking into... Let me just quick check of the Dragon Provinces. Then they'd have to either attack Upholding Authority or Shameful Display repeatedly instead of Revels. Wait a second, what's on his... Oh, Sacred Sanctuary is on the box, so... Yeah, it's a big Void Ring. I don't disagree, but it's got to be annoying for this Dragon player. Because otherwise, the block, I mean, it's not awkward per se. He can win this if he wants. He can just Tranquil and Doomed. It's a pretty good chance of winning, but taking those characters and using them to attack, also pretty tempting. Okay, protecting the Revels. I guess you just don't want to mess around with the Void Ring and the losing 1 honor for unopposed. You don't have to. Well, Philosopher meets the old Mark Shame. Which, because of favor, sadly now the Revels isn't breaking. Court Gamesism, I can see it. I mean, the character's not going away. anytime soon, and this doesn't help you win the conflict, so I don't know about the court games there. Seems like that might have helped better somewhere else. You might be planning to Alchemist to, yeah, okay, to get it right back. To winning again, okay. Or, wait, oh, the -1. Nice. The -1 offsets the favors, so he's going to have to use box to win this. Oh, Dragon's going to scoop 7 more if they would like to. They're going to scoop 7 fate off rings this turn. 7 fate off rings, while getting an honor for their trouble. So we're back to Scorpion who's winning. Dragon's thinking about what else they want to invest. Box activation or something, yeah, to winning this conflict. Scorpion has piled up a lot of cards. We'll see if they want to put anything else into winning this. I mean, that's been a lot of favored niece activations, so must be something they're willing to. Okay. So bows with a for shame. Reprieve goes down on Yakuni. Reprieve goes down on Melka. Wait a second, this is a void ring, isn't it? Like it's looking like an earth ring win right now. All these cards going down that they don't want to use, but lose. So Dragon is the one with a very small hand size, but a lot more honor. I'm sure they're happy enough with that. Okay, so leaves the Alchemist to defend the military attack. Okay, fair enough. Sends in Ratsugu and Shigenja at Midnight Revels. On water, yeah, so they can stand Yakuni. Yeah, you might as well send the Alchemist too. I was thinking the same thing. Like, I can't imagine what disaster would let you not win this water ring and the Scorpion player having someone to attack with. Scorpion player thinking over what he's gonna do about this. I mean, on board he could potentially stop the break theoretically, but not really, because Ratsugu is probably gonna kill somebody. Yep. And Midnight Revels gets crunched. Just like that. Looks very good for Dragon. This Philosopher was just instrumental. Hero of the day. Kuni stands up. Just definitely going to stop, or most likely be able to handle any kind of attack coming in militarily. Unless he gets dishonored, of course. But I think there's still a Yakuni copy. I don't remember Yakuni copying anyone yet. And he can, if he's going to copy Ratsugu, you should probably copy Ratsugu before the fight starts. Just in case he gets dishonored right away and then has to copy Alchemist. But I suppose if he's dishonored, he can still duel the Magistrate at a pretty big advantage. 4-2. Wait, what's going on? Okay, initiating conflict. Okay, we're waiting on the score. I thought Dragon didn't actually block for some reason. Okay, Yakuni blocks. Okay, for shame played on this Yakuni. So do you copy Alchemist and just take that away, or do you copy Retsugu and just duel the Magistrate saying, hey, you know, if you want to give me 3 honor to win this conflict, well, you can't. Well, you could duty, I guess. And I have a reprieve anyway, so it's not unopposed. And you're breaking my midnight rivals, which I don't care about. For air, okay, air is not great, but yeah, he copies Retsugu, okay. So I believe this is a 4-2 duel. We'll see what Scorpion wants to do here. I mean, I think it's going to end up with a 1-to-1 bid. No, it ends up in a draw, 1-3. Okay, so Scorpion is down to 1 honor. But they're still winning this conflict. Okay, it's air. Yeah, they can get 2 back if they want. Or steal 1 to go up to 2, and then you keep using their box repeatedly. See that. But now, yeah, now Dragon is definitely way out of the honor problems. Because they use the Philosopher next turn. Oh, he steals 1. Yeah, okay, so they use the Philosopher next turn, which will counteract Scorpion's box. So even after Scorpion's box, they'll still have 8. Favor sticks with Dragon. Dragon has big board. More fate. And less cards. Significantly less cards, but a much, much, much more imposing board. 2 alibi artists will draw, so yeah, Scorpion will pretty close to hitting the bottom of their deck when this attack comes in. What's the flop? Let's see, another Alchemist. Oh, and Mitsu. Oof. Oh boy. I mean, that's a pretty good flop for Dragon. And Investigator. I mean, his cup runneth over in choices that are good against Scorpion. Okay, so he grabs the Mitsu 1 Faith. He's probably going to also grab Investigator, I think. I don't know if he needs the Alchemist right now at this point. Scorps is okay. I mean, well, no, actually, no, it's not that great at all. Imperial Palace doesn't help him this turn. Cicero Actress, which is all right. He can use it to attack and then defend. So at least he can poke attack. And the Liar. But he has absolutely 0 military strength, except for the Actress and whatever he can get with the Actress. So yeah, that's going to be tough. Let's see what's on the yeah, Abandoning Honor is on the, so yeah, then he's not even close to being able to do that. So he has a 4 strength box with 1 military, and I guess he can fetch 3 military from the Dragon's pile in either Shigenja or something like that, which can probably just be killed by the Dragons. So yeah, I think this is just really looking bad for Scorpion. Fate Worse Than Death, he has 1 left to use. No, 0. He's used them all. He's got another Magistrate. Let's see if he can somehow get a lot of dishonor. He's got 2 Mark of Shames. His bonsais are all gone. Alibi is grabbing some stuff. Philosopher moves some fate around. Get some honor. I mean, Mitsu just lets you get Hurricane Punch right back or Avoid Fist, and he gives you 1 covert. So, well, actually, it doesn't help at all. Yeah, because it's a Shiro Actress. If she gets covert, it's going to get a bigger military buff. So, but you might as well spend it. I mean, you don't get extra points for winning the game with 8 fate. Yeah, 7 honor. If Scorp could do 7 honor in 1 round, regardless of her hand, that would be truly scary. I mean, I know they can theoretically, but with 2 alchemists on board, or an alchemist on board and an alchemist copier, yeah, that's awfully tough. Plays the backhanded compliment. Okay. To make him draw a card. Plays another one to draw a card. I think this is is kind of the sideways concede here. Playing out his triple backhanded compliments. Yeah, he definitely had them. He only had 3 cards left in his hand. A bunch of them were put at the bottom by Alibi Artist. I think all 3 of them he purposely chose to put at the bottom, the 3 that are left in the deck. Dragon's still quite a ways away from that 500 drain from losing their whole deck. Kachigo comes down with 0 fate. But, no, but, huh? I guess you're going to attack with him, I guess? Or is this just playing out all your cards kind of thing at the end of the game? Because, I mean, obviously, Mitsu's going to, I mean, either attack with Kachigo or she gets coverted. Yes, I believe he did Tranquil. That's how he got to 8. Oh, all in. Okay, yeah. Shameful display. Yeah, which was either shameful or upholding. I mean, anyone you block with is just going to get catch a code. So either you block with 2 people, just to be safe, I guess, for the unopposed. Oh, Investigator, sure. Might as well block with the Investigator. Because you're doing a military attack anyway, you don't really care. And a military attack, you're pretty sure is guaranteed to win you the game. So you can just do the old check the hand, check out a card thing. Oh no, he shamefuls first. Okay, well Kachigo can... Oh no, he can't. Of course not. Now he's smaller than the Investigator. Yeah, I think he's just playing out the turn. I mean, it's World Cup. You play to the end and all. Send a message. Do it for your team, etc. Yeah, I don't see any possible path to victory, barring some massive mistake by the Dragon player of like not attacking or who knows what. So, I mean, if it goes the way we think it will, this will take the series from 2-0 for Greece to 2-1 for France, so tightening things up and making the next 4 games quite exciting to see which way this whole series is going to go. And Scorpion is lamenting the philosopher. I always do too when I play Dragon, just locally and stuff. I just like he gets you an honor. I forget it half the time, and just like every time I think, why do I get this honor too? It's a pretty good effect. So Scorpion concedes. Well played by both players. It was an exciting game. I enjoyed casting it. I hope people enjoyed watching it. So yeah, definitely. I'm sure everyone knows how great these games are to watch for World Cup, so watch as many as you can. Have a good day, everybody.